Today I want to show you how to make a short in Canva. If you haven't already done so, go to the Google Play Store and download Canva. Once you have, tap on this icon to open it up. Once you do, you'll open a screen similar to this. The first time I opened it, it looked a little intimidating, but I'm going to walk you through it to make it easier. First, we're going to take a look at this row. I'm not sure what it's called. First, we'll start by clicking on the one that says Mobile Video. It's the second one from the left. You should come to a page that looks similar to this. We'll start things out by clicking on this top left image. And we should be taken to a page that looks similar to this. With your thumb, tap on the image on the bottom right and kind of slide it over just a little bit to the left. The image should appear in the top section. Tap on that image anywhere under the text box, and a little menu like this will appear. Tap on that little trash can image in the middle of that menu, and the image will disappear, leaving us with a blank slate to start with. Now on the bottom row, there's several icons. Click on the one that says Color, and this menu will appear with several circles of different shades of gray. Tap on the lightest shade and drag it over to the left. Keep tapping and dragging to the left. Eventually, you'll see colors like this, but keep dragging until you find a color that you're looking for. I'm liking that shade of blue in the middle, and when I tap on it, it appears like this. Now, if I'd like to make it lighter or darker, I'll scroll way over to the left and see that little circle with the plus sign in it. I'll tap on that. And here you'll be taken to a menu that looks similar to this. Now see that bottom, well, not bottom, it's kind of in the middle there. And it's blue, it's very dark on the bottom and a little lighter on the left. See that little circle? Move that around and you can see that the shades of blue will change. See how that little white circle has moved over to the left, and now it's a lighter blue. When I do this, I usually move my finger up into that area that says light blue. And if you notice the real colorful bar on the bottom where it has this little circle, if you move it over to the left, you can get different colors. But for now, I'm just going to exit out. See on the row where it says light blue, there's an X, click on that. But I really like that darker shade of blue, so I'm going to click the back button, and it goes back to the original shade of blue. I like the contrast of the white writing next to this darker shade of blue. But I want to change what it says. So I tap on the writing, and it kind of highlights it. And I'll change it to what I want it to be. Next, we'll tap on this little element and then tap the trash can to get rid of it. And we'll do the same thing to the one on the other side. Then we'll tap the text box and move it up to the top. And while you have it selected, let's make it a little bigger. See on the bottom row where it says font size? Click on font size. And now this little scroll bar near the bottom appears. If we move the bar to the left, the font will get smaller, or we can move it to the right, and the font gets bigger. I'm going to leave it at that. I like that. Well, now we have a big bare space under the word Psalm 5. So let's fill that in. If you look at the bottom row, there's several icons. See the one that says Elements? Let's click on that one. Let's move things a little closer. Do you see it now? Second one on the left? Just click on it, and this menu will appear. It looks pretty intimidating, I suppose, but you can check it out and see the different things that it has to offer. But we're going to go to the search bar where it says Search Elements and type in white flower. And just look at all the white flowers that showed up. Notice that some of them have a little crown by them. Those are the ones that you can use when you're using the paid version. There's a lot more available to use when you have the paid version. I'm looking forward to being monetized. Then I can get that. But just for now, I'm looking for the free images. So I'll click on the one on the right and scroll it to the left. And when I do, all of these come up. You see that there's some fairly nice images there that I can use for free. There's no crown there. So I'm going to click on one. And you can barely see that one in the middle, but that looks like it's pretty big. And we've got a pretty big area to cover. So I'm going to grab that one. And there it appears in our video. And it's, notice the 4 little dots. You can take any one of those to drag it, or you can tap in the middle and move it anywhere you'd like. There's icons on the top with a little menu. You can delete it from here. You can copy it. And I'm not sure what that little circle thing does. I made it bigger, but I think I made it a little bit too big. So let's make it a little smaller. That looks better. I like that. I think I'm just going to leave it right here. Now I'm going to need some more just like that. So I'm going to tap on that little image on the bottom right. And note the toolbar that appears on the bottom. Here you can add a page, you can duplicate it, or you can delete it. We're going to duplicate it, so click on Duplicate. And now you'll see from the bottom image that we have 2 pages separated by a plus sign. I need to make some changes to the second page, so I'm going to click on the one on the right. That's page 2. Then tap on the text box to select it. Then hit the back button on the keyboard to delete it and type in verse 1. Now there's 12 verses in Psalm 5, so we're going to need 11 more copies. So click on the one on the right, which is page 2, and tap Duplicate 11 more times. Then just go in and change the numbers to represent 1 through 12. Each time you want to change pages, you're going to have to click that X at the end on the right of the line in the middle. And if you tap the text box and see that the whole wording is highlighted like in this image, don't hit the back button. It'll delete the whole thing, which gets pretty frustrating. Tap over to the right of the number 1 until you see your cursor on the right of the number 1. Like this. Now you can just either add a 1 to make it an 11 or hit the backspace and change the number. Next, we're going to go back to the page that says verse 1, and we're going to click on it. And near the bottom of the page, we'll see Duplicate. Click on Duplicate. Select the new page that you just created by tapping on it on that bottom row. Then tap on the image to select it. While you're there, see that little trash can in the menu that came up? Click on that, because let's get rid of that picture. And now the page should look like this. Then tap on the text box to select it, and look on the lower right where it says Font Size, and click on Font Size. That's going to bring up this font size slider, which will slide to the right, and we'll stop at about 100. You don't have to be exact. Now I have this program that I downloaded from the Google Play Store a long time ago, and I use it to keep all sorts of notes on. But for today, I'm going to copy and paste Psalm 5. I did an online search for the NIV version of Psalm 5. The church that I attend uses the NIV version of the Bible. Then I copied it and I pasted it into a document like this. Now that I'm here, I realized that I missed that section where it says for the director of music. Anyway, I'll come back to that later. I'll be adding a page. For now, we'll just select verse 1 and tap on the cut button, and it'll disappear from the document, but you can see that it's held there in the clipboard, and it's showing in the middle there where it says listen to M dot dot dot. Now tap the text box to select it. I sometimes have to tap it a few times until it highlights it all in blue and comes up with this menu. Then click on paste. And the text box is now filled with verse 1. Now duplicate this page. Now you'll want to take the title page that says verse 1, tap it and slide it to the left until you see this line, and then you can let go and it'll be in the right place. Now do the same for verse 2. Now verse 2 is a little longer, so I'm going to divide it up into 3 sections, and I'll show you how. First, make sure that the verse 2 title page is to the left of verse 2. Then duplicate verse 2 times. On the first page, I'm going to delete the number 2 and everything after the comma where it says my King, my God. It should look like this. I know there's an empty space below. We'll get to that later. Then just do the same thing for the other 2 pages. And do the same for the other 12 verses. Next, go back and add elements to the blank spots in the pages. Now that all 12 of the verses are done and we have images for them all, let's add audio. At the bottom, click on Add Audio. And you'll be taken to this page, which has several options. You can record a voiceover, or you can generate an AI voice. But I prefer to use my own voice. And actually, I don't like this recorder, so I usually save it from here and record it in Video Guru. But if you choose to use an AI voice, you'll be taken to a page like this. I know that there is a charge if you select Carol's voice, and there's no charge if you select Lisa's voice. I'm not real sure about the men. I never use it for my Bible verses. I prefer to use my own voice. If you scroll down from here, you'll see that they have music, but it's only for the people who have the paid version of Canva.